What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. Don't man the charger in the wall. This is a hood video. This is a hood production. I'm just here to give y'all the news. So for those who don't know, and I just got off a live stream talking about this, but I wanted to make a regular video talking about it as well. NFL Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe. Many of y'all know Shannon Sharpe for his post-playing career, but he's actually one of the greatest tight ends to ever live, right? Shannon has gained a lot more popularity. He's more famous than he ever was playing. Like, he's much more famous now than he ever was playing. But he gained popularity for being on FS1 Undisputed with Skip Bayless, and then he moved to ESPN First Take. Now he has his own YouTube show called Club Shay Shay, which is a podcast. And then he has his other podcast that he does with Chad Ochocinco, a.k.a. Chad Johnson, called Nightcap, right? So Shannon Sharpe is being accused. He's being accused of assault. In fact, sexual assault and battery in a $50 million lawsuit by a young lady named Gabriella Zuniga, right? She is being represented by Tony Busby. Y'all know Tony Busby, the man that went after Jay-Z in the whole Jay-Z and P. Diddy situation where Jay-Z was being accused of assaulting a young teenage girl. Underage girl. She was like, what they said, she was 13 or something like that, something crazy like that, right? But yeah, Tony Busby, that attorney, Tony Busby is also responsible for, he won settlements in favor of women who accused NFL quarterback Deshaun Watson of assault, right? So now they're going after Shannon Sharpe. So let me just give y'all some information. This young lady by the name of Gabrielle Zuniga, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, she's currently 21 years old. She said she met Shannon Sharpe when she was 19. Her and Shannon entered into a sexual relationship with each other. Shannon Sharpe is confirming this because he's trying to get ahead of things. Because the young lady, according to Shannon Sharpe, the young lady has attempted to blackmail him. She has recorded, she has recorded one of their sexual encounters. And he says that she has doctored this video up into a 30-second video to where it looks like he's forcing himself on her. But Shannon says, no, if you release the whole 10-minute video that you took, you can show that this whole interaction was consensual. First of all, having to be in a situation where you have to tell a woman, release the whole video of our sexual encounter instead of the short snippet, that is just crazy within itself, right? But then we find out that this young woman is a sex worker. She is an OnlyFans young lady, right? And Shannon has been in a sexual relationship with this woman for a little minute now. And now the woman is saying, hey, he's assaulted me and I want money due to him assaulting me and taking advantage of me, so on and so forth. So right before I made this video, I see that she has text messages. I don't know if these text messages are doctored or if they are true text messages to where she's sending Shannon messages saying that, I told you to put on a condom. I told you not to do any anal type of thing or whatever. And then we see previous messages from her telling Shannon that she's into BDSM. She likes all type of rough play and she's into this, that, and the third. But the thing is, whether she's into rough play or not, if she tells Shannon Sharpe she does not want if she tells Shannon Sharpe she doesn't want unprotected relations and she doesn't want to do certain sexual acts, then Shannon Sharpe should be protecting himself and he shouldn't be engaging in the acts that she does not want done to her, right? But I don't know if these images are doctored up or if these are true text messages that she sent to Shannon Sharpe after she alleges the encounter took place. I don't know, right? I'm just here to tell y'all what is going on and what's being presented. Then in this whole situation, because Shannon Sharpe is now, he's forced to admit to being in a sexual relationship with this woman. These text messages have come out. In the text messages, she's telling Shannon Sharpe things like, I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me. Then she tells him, I know you miss this big juicy ass. $25,000 for each cheek. She's telling him $25K for each cheek. So $50K for another sexual encounter with me, right? And then she starts to say some other things. She says, Only if you put that baby gravy in me, then I can do whatever I want to me. I guess she meant to say whatever you want to me, right? She said whatever I want to me, whatever. Now, I think I've heard Shannon Sharpe refer to a man's ejaculation, a man's semen as baby gravy. I think I've heard him say that before. So it's like, is she talking to him? She talking like her customer or whatever, right? Then she's telling Shannon Sharpe stuff like, that's my daddy. I want you to put a big black baby in me. So now this woman is into race play, it seems like. I want you to put a big black baby in me. Like, damn, why the baby got to be big and black? Big black baby. Why the baby got to be big? But it seems like she might be into race play because this is not a black woman, right? So now when people see you into race play, unfortunately, Shannon does not have a lot of the protection from certain members of the black community, particularly black women and black men. It's like, yo, that's weird as hell. Why is this woman telling you, allowing this woman to tell you she wants you to put a big black baby in her? Like, what the fuck? She wants you to put a big John Henry black baby up in her. Like, it just sounds weird. You feel me? It sounds wild as hell. You know what I mean? And then, you know, Shannon Sharpe is saying, in her effort to extract a large financial settlement, Ms. Zuniga presented Mr. Sharpe, him and his attorneys are saying, Ms. Zuniga presented Mr. Sharpe with a secretly recorded video of a sexual consensual encounter. We believe the video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context, crafted to falsely portray a consensual act as non-consensual. And like I said before, and I talked about that part earlier in the video, it seems Shannon might be suggesting that they have some type of role-playing thing that they do or whatever, or certain moments where she wanted to be rough or whatever, and she edited it up. She edited the video. She allegedly edited the video to make it seem like he's forcing himself on her during their rough the rough part of their sexual acts or whatever. I don't know, man. But first of all, this whole thing is just wild. Shannon Sharpe is, if this whole situation is consensual, let's just say everything is in the event that Shannon Sharpe is telling the truth, all acts between them have been consensual. He is being extremely careless, extremely sloppy, and he's not moving smart at all. At all. One, Shannon Sharpe is in his 50s, right? I think mid-50s. And he messing around with a 19, 20-year-old woman. A lot of these older men like these young-ass girls, right? Young girls, but they're not just a young girl, a young sex worker, right? And I just want to say this. And people might get mad at me for saying this, but I'm going to say it. What would make you think a sex worker has your best interests at heart? What would make you trust a sex worker like this? Because you're paying her money? Oh, no. She know you just, what? Didn't Shannon just or get $100 million deal, or is on the cusp or something like that? She know you worth a lot of bank. Eventually, that 50K going to turn into 150K. Then it's going to turn into 200K. Then it's going to turn into 250K. Then it's going to turn into 400K, then 500K. They're going to want more, right? So just you thinking just because you're paying her, it's just going to make everything concealed? No. Like, I would, honestly, a sex worker is a woman I think would set you up with the quickness. She has nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. And everything to gain from that encounter, from plotting on you, you know? So to think a sex worker is going to protect you is just crazy to me. For real. And in general, sex workers treat men like they're disposable because men treat them the same way. And you can't build a foundation of trust on anything. You can't build a foundation of trust with a woman when everything between y'all is transactional. You cannot build a foundation of trust with a woman when everything between y'all is transactional. Everything you're doing, you're paying up. A lot of men think paying up is going to keep everything concealed. No, some women going to take that money and demand more for you to keep them quiet, or for you to stop their blackmail attempt. Right? Now, Tony Busby is alleging that Shannon Sharpe offered $10 million to Gabrielle Zuniga. We don't know if it's true, but he said Shannon Sharpe offered her $10 million to settle. Right? Now, that whole thing raises eyebrows to a lot of people too. Right? But we don't know what's true and what's not. I'm just going off of Shannon Sharpe's relationship or lack thereof with this woman, this young ass woman, right? A woman younger than his children, younger than me, whatever. You know, it's a lot of dudes that like young girls. But again, you're messing with a young sex worker. And so that's why even people was like, I see people saying, you know, he messing with them white girls. This is what happened when you mess with them white girls. And honestly, as a man that loves black women and always loved black women, for real, that always been attracted to black women all my life, and that's been my preference, I don't think this has anything to do with her being white. This has everything to do with her having him having a tricking relationship with this woman, and everything being solely transactional. You know, this is like going to the strip club and thinking the stripper really likes you because you paying her money. She's going to tell you everything you want to hear. She's going to whisper sweet nothings in your ear. And at the end of the day, she's there to get paid. She's there to look out for herself. She's there to get her dollars and go home. This woman, Gabrielle Zuniga, she's there to get her paper and go home. She will engage in all these sexual acts with you. Well, she just want that bread. She just want the money. I just want the money, baby. I just want the money. And even looking at these messages, I'm like, whoa. She talking about putting her tongue in Shannon Sharpe booty hole and then having him marry her and all. It just all type of just making me buck my eyes. Like, what the, whoa. And I know, listen, this is what happens, man. A lot of men, Shannon Sharpe's, men in any age group, we love freaked out women. We love a woman that's a super freak. Men love freaks. That's what we love, right? But here's the thing. You can find a woman who's not a sex worker to be freaked out with you. You can find a woman in her 30s and early 30s and mid 30s that's younger than you, and she can be freaked out with you all you want, okay? You can find some women that are a little older and all of that to be freaked out with you. In fact, and women, correct me if I'm wrong, women reach their sexual peak as they get older. So women in their 40s and early 50s, they freaked out. So you can get freaky as you want to get with them. Right? But Shannon, when you're dealing with women outside of your age range and so much younger than you and they're only fans girls, oh man, you don't even know what you're in for. Because when you were playing, because Shannon had a long career, he played like 14 years. When you were playing in the NFL, there was no social media around. People couldn't secretly stash phones and record you. You had to have a big ass camcorder to record you. Now you're dealing with a whole different type of young woman. And you want to be dealing with these young girls. And I'm surprised your son, because Shannon has a son, that's a young son that I think his son just recently got married. But he got a young son. Talk to your son about the nature of some of these young girls who are sex workers, who are OnlyFans workers. They're there to get that bag. They're not there to care about you and protect your image. No. And you're putting yourself in jeopardy and putting everything you built in jeopardy by having something embarrassing like this come out and hit the light. He could have been with a fine ass woman like, what's old girl name, man? Fine old girl. Regina Hall, finer than frog hair. I don't know. Some older fine woman. And Shannon may be like, I don't want to mess with a celebrity girl. You know, and sometimes, and I was on live stream, and I think the homie SL made a great point. Some dudes have kinks that they're afraid to show to these other women who are also famous. They don't want to be off-putting to them, or, you know, so they want to experience these kinks with girls who are known to be indulging, who are known to engage in these type of kinks, you know? But when you do that, hey, man, you're putting yourself in harm's way. You're putting yourself in a line of fire, and you see what can come of that, you know? And so, yeah, man, it's looking crazy out here, man, for real. And hey, I remember Monique telling him, you need to mess with older women. Don't mess with them chasing them young girls, chasing their young tail. Are you out here looking crazy? And look what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? The young girl is alleging that Shannon assaulted her and all of that. And it's looking wild, you know. And he works for a Disney-owned company. He works for ESPN. So it's messing with his paper. It's messing with him with his bottom line. Shannon got grandkids and all of that, man. So, and you can find a freaked out woman in her 30s and, you know, or even he better get a late 20s, almost 30, you know, and or a woman is just not a sex worker. You know, you just, I don't see a protection in that, messing with a woman in that field at all. I don't think, my first thing is, she's going to exploit. She's going to take a chance. She's going to try to, blackmail me at some point, I would think a woman that's an OnlyFans worker. Now, I'm not saying regular women can do this too. Regular women are capable of doing this too. Girls who aren't sex workers are capable. But a sex worker, dog, my antennas are up. Red flags popping up every goddamn where with a woman with they got an OnlyFans page. She there to get that bread, to get that cake about you, grab you by the ankles and shake your paper out. Come on, man. And then, you know, you miss out. Shannon, you don't have the protection of the black woman trying to lay down protection for you due to the fact that there's been plenty of times where Shannon has openly shot down black love. And I say this as a fan of Shannon Sharpe's show and his media career and what he's doing and all of that. Shannon has posted up Savannah James and LeBron James on his page, and LeBron talking about Savannah being the rock in his life and all of that. And there have been black people who come under those videos saying things like, marry you a black woman, marry a black woman, black love, black love. They're saluting the message of LeBron and Savannah. Black love, marry a black woman, message, marry a black woman. And Shannon will come in the comments like, no, marry a woman who makes you happy, no matter her race. No, marry whatever woman treats you right. No, marry whatever woman, you know, is good to you. Marry whatever woman is, you know, will be in your corner. No, marry a woman that you like regardless of race. He always do that. Every time somebody says black love or marry a black woman, he shoots it down. And at first, you know, Shannon, because all of Shannon's kids are with black women. But since he's been done playing, you know, we've seen and heard of him being in relationships with non-black women, right? Even though he's got 3 kids by 3 different women, all of those women are black. His children are fully black, but we've heard of him dating non-black women and all of that. And I'm like, maybe he's protecting what he likes or his preference now, or maybe he's protecting the preference of somebody close to him. Because I don't know, is his son married to a white woman? I don't know. I think I remember his son, he's saying his son was married to a girl named Rebecca, I think. And I don't know too many black women named Rebecca. I'm sure there are some. I'm sure there are some anomalies, but I don't know too many black women named Rebecca like that. You feel me? I could be wrong about his son's wife's name, but I think it is. And I'm thinking maybe his son is married to a white woman and he was trying to protect his son. When people say that, I don't know. But black women and black people in general don't like when you keep on trying to knock down the image of, hey, marry a black woman. You feel me? When you like, no, marry whoever you want to marry, whoever you want to be happy with. You know, and Shannon run to the comments and do that when people say those type of things. So I think that ain't going to help him in general, man. But yeah, man, like, brothers be out here tricking, and thinking and being transactional with a woman and think that woman gonna protect you. Come on, man. No, she's not. You feel me? And I already remember dudes, it ain't tricking if you got it, ain't tricking if you got it. It is tricking because that woman would not mess with you if things between you and her were not transactional. Okay? And Shannon got caught up in this transactional matter with this woman. And she like, okay, we start off on a transactional relationship. We going to end it on a transactional relationship with more bread coming. With a big payout at the end of the day. And Tony Busby is licking his chops at it. So, yeah, man, I don't know, man, what are you doing, bro? Mess with you an older, fine woman. Because I know it's older women that's fine out here. Fine women that's older and they're still fine as they're getting older in age. How do I know? Because some of these fine older black women have tried to talk to me and tried to shoot their shot at me. And they be finding their frog hair, finding the ticket on the dashboard. So Shannon needs to find him an older woman his age that's fine.